Good day, Tragic here, and this is the Pathfinder Rise of the Runelords application that just came out for Steam. And it's a bit of an annoyance because I've been grinding this pretty hard on the Android version just to get it onto the channel, but I wanted, some decent cards for it. But the Steam version came out, so I just bought the Steam version. Now the Steam version costs money, but the Android version is free. And both the Steam and the Android version is full of paywalls and, little things that you can buy through the store there. But you can actually play the Android one very, very well without spending a cent. I've never spent a cent, and I've unlocked most of the characters and most of the main quest. And you can play it for free using BlueStacks, which is an Android emulator for a PC. So if you want to play it for free, you still can. But I've just bought the Steam version because it comes with everything already loaded up, and I'm lazy like that. Now, I actually prefer playing this in Tabletop Simulator in that mod that I made, but this is the whole Rise of the Runelords, and the mod is Wrath of the Righteous. So I'm going to start a new session with this, and we'll just keep at it, and this will be a lot quicker for me to play. But let's start, and I'm just going to pick a new. Now I've selected my characters already, so I'm just going to go load existing. They're basically the standard characters. Add to party, yep. They're basically the standard characters. I haven't really changed much. What I have done is they're all got basically the default decks, except I've added some extra cure spells into the spellcasters decks. And we have Kiara's healer, Lem. I've never used Lem before. Usually I use Sione, but I thought I'd try Lem for a change. Hunter, rogue or whatever. I've never used Valora, so I'm going to use him, and I'm using a couple of unusual versions. These yellow ones are like different versions of the characters. So we're going to give that a go and see how it goes. Like, for example, she is the survivalist, so she actually has a strength of D12 plus 2 for her melee. But if you go to base, it's a D12 plus 2 and a wisdom 6-3. But this time she has a constitution up as well, and she drops in charisma. So just using a couple of the different things. But the only card changes is that I've added cure spells to Kara, Lem, and Linny. And I don't really know how to use Lem, so we'll see how it goes. So bam, let's get into this. So it's Brigandoom, which is the first one, and we're just going to play on normal difficulty because we haven't actually got anything else unlocked. I don't know what managed runes are. That's probably something you can buy to make the game easier. Let's go. Sandpoint. Well, I've been in worse places. On the upside, easy money can often be made in these backwater holes. Looks like a town that could use an extra blade. You there, you look equipped and able. I can't get a supply shipment past the waterfront these days. That brigand and his thugs are robbing honest folk of their that brigand and his thugs are robbing honest folk in the streets. Our incompetent sheriff can't seem to do a thing. Assuming you have the coin, happy to do business with you. If I get to bloody my daggers, all the better. Seems like my steel won't be sheathed for long. Okay, so not much plot in this version. During this scenario, if a monster power causes you to recharge one or more of your cards, do so. Then draw the same number of cards you recharged. Okay. So this guy makes us recharge twice, so we get to draw 2 cards when he turns up. Yeah, blam. And we have these horrible bandits, but they're pretty easy. They're only 8 combat. Now, I haven't played Rise of the... What is this? Choose favored card type. That must be a special power with Lemmy that I have no idea what it is. Let's take spell, because he's got tons of spells. What the hell does favoured card type mean? Powers. He's got a hand size. Proficiency. He's got no proficiency at the moment. He's got basic performance, which is active. Once per check, you may recharge a card to add 1d4 to check attempt by another character at your location. Once per check, you may recharge a card to add 1d4 to a check attempted by another character at your location. So that's part of his healing. Versatile performance. At the start of your turn, you may discard one card from your hand to add one card of the same type from your discard pile back to your hand. Okay, so what the hell's that got to do with... That's his specializations. What's that got to do with... I don't know what that select... I have no idea what that favoured spell thing is. Okay, so here's our locations, and the way I like to do this is the same as I was going through in the last game. I like to place people at locations that they have the possibility to close on a random encounter before, you know. So, for example, she is like a high... She has high wisdom, divine wisdom, high fortitude. So anything that uses those kind of stats is good for her. So this place here, summon and defeat a random monster. That's a good place for her to go. Succeeded a wisdom or survival check. Now we've got tons of survival. She's actually really good survival. I think she's got survival and wisdom. Yes, she's a D10 plus 3 survival, and she's also got wisdom, which is D10 plus 1. So we're going to stick her there. Succeeded a dexterity or stealth check. That's our rogue. Summon and defeat a bandit henchman. That's good for our punch face person. Succeeded intelligence or an arcane 6. I guess that's him. Actually, he doesn't have... Oh no, I hit the wrong button. I don't know what's happening. Oh, this is the editing. So can I put these in my deck? These cards are found in treasure chests. A copy is added to your unclaimed tab. These cards can be moved into your stash, added to the character deck, or sold to the vendor. There are no card limit, but once cards are moved out of the unclaimed tab, they may not be placed back inside. So these are all elites. Elite Goblin Construct. Oh, that's a P. I can actually put that in the deck. B, I can put that in the deck. A Blessing. That's doesn't have basic written on it. I don't think I can use these, can I? What's this? This has B written on it. Add 2 to your divine check. Reveal this card to add 1 to any check that invokes the goblin trait. Recharge this card to reduce all damage dealt to the character by 1. Discard this card to add 2 fortification and explore. Wow. Okay, so let's may as well use some of these things. I don't think we can use these things. So if I put... Okay, can I put this in here? I guess so. Okay, well that's kind of surprising. So what's this thing do? 2 to any melee or fortitude check. Wow. What's this one do? Any range or stealth check? And here's the allies. So this one was any divine check. So let's stick it on. Oh, she wants human allies, doesn't she? Let's do this. What's this guy do again? Reduce damage dealt at the location. So let's try this guy. And I don't think we have anything with a goblin trait, so I'm just going to leave that in there. But what I might do is I might swap the night watchman with the guide. Okay, whatever. None of these things will give us money because they're all basics. Well, that's all. So there's all this extra new stuff. Oh, we're back here. So, where was I? Wisdom, survival. So we're going to put limb there. This one is succeeded dexterity. Summon a bandit henchman. Arcane. Succeed at diplomacy or charisma. I don't think we've got anyone with high charisma. Wisdom survival. That's another wisdom. Summon and defeat a bandit henchman. Summon and defeat a bandit henchman. So once I've got these set up, I then look at what happens at the location. So when an ally would be discarded, bury instead. That's pretty fine. Undefeated mosses are disbanished. That's fine. You may discard 2 to evade an encounter. So she doesn't really need to go there because she can evade anyway. So that's good. When using a weapon, subtract 1 from each die roll. Okay, so that's a bad place for her to go. So let's put limb here. Yeah, so we're going to put limb here and we're going to put her here. On the first exploration this turn, if you can add anything other than a spell, it's fine. You may attempt a dexterity or disable 8 check. So who has... Someone else has Divine Fortitude melee, knowledge. So he's got dexterity. That's disabled and dexterity. Yeah, so basically, so that's a dexterity stealth check, and this one is a charisma, wisdom, survival. Okay, we're just going to go with that. See how we go. You blam, and then I like to put all the healers at the front. Okay, book. Let's do this. Okay, what's this bag? Powerful single-use items. I suppose you buy these? Do you get these every turn? I don't know what they are. I'm just not going to use them because I don't think they're in the original game. Okay, blam. What do you got for us? Oh, we're starting off with a horrible monster. Wow. That's not good. So if I go through here, I don't think anyone has anything that can help. Well, they've all got, you know, things. I guess you can do a strength test, and she can add a die. That's a we need 10. We only need 5 to win, so I think that's a high chance. You blam, gotcha. $5,000 credits I've got. Okay, let's keep exploring. There's 3 monsters in here. Oh, bandit henchman right off the back. let's recharge the wooden shield. We should get to redraw a card now. We've got another blessing, unfortunately. So let's discard that blessing. We only need combat 8. We have +5 because we've still got the guidance displayed. So, but I do want to definitely close this, so I'm going to drop one more cube and you blam. And let's close location. We need a wisdom. We've got a 12, so I'm just going to add one more die and risk it. No, I'm just not going to risk it. I hate risking things. You blam. Oh, 12. Oh, first location is done. And that is why you want to always... Okay, so let's how we do this. Now, he's got some special trait. At the start of your turn, you may discard one card from your hand to add one card of the same type from your discard to your hand. Right, so basically, he has a low chance of recharging, which is Divine Recharge. The Divine or Arcane is still a D10. So we've got to basically roll a 7. Oh! Damn it. I'm going to roll a 6. Okay, well that was a good start. Next. So what's this thing? He can... Oh, that's to return a card of the same type. Interesting. Let's just do an explore. Braces. Let's recharge the sage to add to that check of intelligence. Blam. Explore now. Force missile. Nice. And keep going. What have you got for us? A trap. What's this thing? You may reveal an ally with the animal trait to add 1d4. Yep. Bam. So, 14 max versus a 7. It's not particularly good, is it? I think we'll just reveal another d10. Thrash it. And explore. Okay, we have another monster. What's this thing do? You may discard a card to roll d12 instead of your strength or dexterity die on your check. We do have an inflict in hand, which uses your divine skill plus 1d6. And her skill is... How do I view the characters? There we are. Click there. So that's a d10 plus 1. Yeah, let's do it. We only need 9. And I also reveal to add a d4. My first roll without a blessing. I've been overusing my blessings. So recharge this straight away. Remember to reveal for the d4. And boom. Nice. Okay. Let's, what's this guy do? Perception check. So I'm going to discard the dog now. We still have the crow with the animal trait. Give us another explore. Why am I recharging this dog that I just discarded? Ah, I think that's the scenario rules, right? Every time, yeah, there's a scenario rule about that. Talk about that in a sec, if I can remember how to figure it out. Seven, just get it. There's 3 monsters in here. Someone's got to come and get us. Ooh, this isn't good. We're going to lose our heal. I'm just going to roll it. Oh, I managed to kill him anyway. We did lose our heal, which is a real bummer though. Okay, what have you got for us? Your blam. Ambush. That should be fine. We have Thieves' Tool, so we'll just discard that for an automatic pass. Get to recharge it, because she has all the grunt check. Oh! Miss! That's terrible. Yeah, keep exploring. Okay. Pretty hard to get this one. Bam. And what does this thing do? Choose a character location to automatically exceed a non-combat perception check. Okay, what do you got for us? Bam. It's got no... Got nothing. Let's discard this thing. I think I overspent my blessings pretty badly. Oh. And what do we got here? 2 of these. D6. D8. Let's just discard this one. Okay, what have we got here? You may bury a card from your hand to add 1d10. Well, we don't want to do that just yet, do we? So let's reveal this guy. Should be enough. Blam. Now you can actually set this up. I think it's in settings. Oh no, I hit main menu. Damn it, does that mean I've lost all my progress? No. In settings, you can turn on this thing called Show Success Charts. I don't usually play with that turned on because I think it kind of... What's this thing do? You may move at the end of your turn. No, we're going to stay here. Okay, so she's closed. I think she is going to move... So where's a free location? This one's free. What's this one? Exceeded the wisdom or survival. So let's go there. And you blam. Ooh, scimitar. Okay, so look. 33% chance of success. So now I've got an 83% chance. I think it kind of takes away a lot of the game by having that stat available. So I kind of am not going to use it. Where is that? Show success chance off. You blam, you blam, you blam. Ooh, it's the cultist, but we do have this scimitar we just picked up. Oh. That just made it harder. 13. Okay, let's risk it. Oh, we missed by 1. That's really annoying. But we can recharge this guy to block that damage. Okay, he's pretty much just going to continue. I don't really know how to use this guy. I've never really used... Ah, bandit! Okay, so you have to recharge a card. Let's recharge this guy. We get to draw another card. And now we just have combat. So, let's have a look at his stats. He has an intelligence. He's got arcane D10 plus 1 or a strength D4. So, I don't know why I would want this. This uses dexterity or ranged, and he doesn't have... Oh, he's got our charisma, diplomacy. He's got diplomacy. Got to remember that. So yeah, so let's just do a force missile. And I'm going to add the blam. Now the reason why we got 2 is because this is the current blessing, which I can't sort of view for some reason. Yeah, so this is the current blessing, and remember when you discard those base blessings, you can actually use the blessing in the top of the stack, which is play a spell on a check, discard this card to add 2 dice to spell check, so that's pretty good. So now we need to exceed an intelligence or an arcane 6. So we've got arcane 6 or an intelligence, which is a d6. So we're definitely doing arcane. And once again, we're going to spend the blessings. And I'm also going to do guidance. I don't know why that didn't get why that took away one of the dice, but whatever. On closing, you may shuffle a spell from your discard pile into your deck. Well, let's do the closing spell, and we'll take strength back into our hand. Nice. And then we'll recharge this baby. Blam. Easy. Keep going. So what is this guy's at the waterfront? So let me just have a quick look. Where's the Brigandoom? Yeah, I don't know. What character am I on? Lynn. Where is she? Down here. Someone defeat a bandit henchman. When using... Oh, that she's here because of the using weapons. So what's this? Detect magic. If that card is a blessing and has a magic trait, so there is one, there's no blessings and there's no spells, but I think we're going to move her. Where else could she move? Succeeded a constitution or fortitude check, or you cannot move. We've got a person at every... Oh, what's here? This one. We haven't got someone here. Charisma, diplomacy. That's where we've got to send Lim. Oh well, I guess she's just going to risk it. She does have detect magic. May as well use it. Acolyte. Thank you. That's pretty cool. Recharge. Oh, I forgot to use her stupid crow because I suck. Got to use that every single turn. Bam, we do get an acolyte, and I'm then going to cast Cure. Probably should have done this beforehand. This is not a check, so I can't use the dog. Ooh, 5. Brilliant. That's the way. I can use the dog now. Oh, thank you very much. And let's continue. Alright, this guy still needs... He's doing dexterity checks and stuff. What potions has he got? Automatic exceeded a non-diplomacy check. Ah, non-combat diplomacy check. That's pretty cool. So... non-combat perception check. Oh, it's a bunyip. These are really bad. Before you act, exceeded a wisdom 9, or the difficulty of your checks is increased by 1 for the rest of this turn. So that would make that a 10. I think we're just going to hide this monster. And let's explore. Oh no, we want to keep this because it's a dexterity to actually close. And this guy's basically done nothing. Okay, so let's reveal. We've got lots of armor, so we don't have to worry about him getting killed. He seems very slow. I haven't drawn any blessings with him. Ooh, beautiful. Let's recharge this. Let's get some extra die. Nice. On your turn, reveal this card to examine the top card of your location deck and recharge this card or discard it